So welcome to the Baltimore meeting of Barber Coin Collectors Society. I'm John Frost. I'm president and journal editor and webmaster. My passion is barber quarters, amongst other things.
I'm Carl Felton. I'm the vice president, and more importantly, I'm the membership chair. So I get to call you and welcome you to our wonderful club. And I'm from Delray Beach, Florida, and my passion is halves.
My name is Bob Conrad, and I don't understand barber coins, so I thought I would come and try to figure it out,
Welcome.
see if it's worthwhile or not.
Hey, I'm Michael Panoni, and I'm just a casual collector, but as you can see here, I purchased a bunch of barber coins today, and I just want to get a little bit more in depth about maybe the history, the attributions, the popularity, and some tips with this wonderful series of coins.
Great.
I'm Joe Casaza from New Hampshire. I collect the barbers from the nickels to the half dollars, and have been doing it for quite a few years, and I totally enjoy doing it. I perhaps have figured it out, I don't know.
Good.
Paul Cluth. I'm a little bit all over the map with barbers, love it all. And I was going to say that the two gentlemen in the back, you're at the right place. This is where to learn all about the series.
Bill Slade, I ride with Paul. That's one reason I'm here. I did as a kid pick up a few pieces when you used to get them out of change. I remember that. I think some of you remember that. But my primary interest is paper money that's issued in times of crisis. Military, war notes, depression script, that sort of thing.
Great. So for those of you who are relatively new for us or first timers, we are a nonprofit collectors organization. We are a national club versus any one location. So we have people like us around the country that do these shows, and we set up exhibits and we do educational talks. We publish a journal 4 times a year. Our membership dues is a whopping $15 a year. Throughout the year, we have lots of different types of articles. We do surveys, rarity surveys, variety surveys. Members write articles. There's a member in here that wrote an article about a pretty amazing repunched mint mark that's very widely separated from your normal one. Another member wrote an article about a learning he had buying a 1914 Barber half, and he didn't notice that it was really a 1914S where the mint mark had been removed, which he decided he'd write an article about to sort of help other members avoid the same kind of mistake. Paul Cluth, for those of you who are our members, over the years has written a number of articles on late die states and cuds and retained cuds in all 4 Barber series. So each journal is packed with a wide variety of the different types of articles. So we do invite you to come to our booth. Oh, we need to kill the lights. Okay, so anyway, as I say, if you're not leaving in 20 minutes, please stop by table 912 at the Bourse. We are down near the exhibit area around the L part of the floor. So we've already done exhibits. I want to do a call out. We lost our former president, Phil Kerrigan, in January. So talk a little bit about him. Talk about what's in this current issue of the journal. A&A summer seminar that we're offering this summer. Upcoming events. And the program this time around is not actually focused on a particular series, but it is some fascinating material on Charles Barber himself, and then I'll talk about the exhibit. Okay, so Phil Kerrigan, he really came to the rescue of the Barber Society. The club was founded in 1989, but nearly folded after 4 years, when the president and journal editor basically said, I can't really do this anymore. I've got all these commitments. And Phil Kerrigan raised his hand along with David Lawrence to be the journal editor, And Phil became the president, and he was the president of the BCCS for over 20 years. So we lost him this January 29th, and that's obviously Phil. We presented him with an appreciation award after he retired. He wrote lots of articles. He was really just a great guy, and he was a big gentleman too. So he was kind of a presence at a coin show, and you could always tell Phil was here because he towered over most of the attendees. So we will miss Phil very much. We owe him a lot to our continued existence and success. So this journal is being mailed basically Monday or Tuesday. So there is a tribute to Phil Kerrigan. The latest in Paul Kluth's Terminal Die States article on Liberty nickels is in there. The 1909 D over D, the half that wasn't to be, the 1914 removed mint mark. One of the things we added this past year is a color centerfold where our members can submit photos of their most beautiful pieces if they want to exhibit it anonymously, if they like, on the color centerfold of the magazine. And this issue is the Midwest Barber Quarter and Varieties collection out of Illinois. And then my article on In Search of Charles Barber, which is actually the subject of the educational program today. For those of you who want to submit articles, we encourage our members and even guests to submit articles. It's very easy. I'm the editor. You can send me a Microsoft Word document. You can send me an email message with just text. We encourage photos or images. Send those as separate files or embedded. We can work with them. As I say, I can help you with photos. I can do the cropping and manipulation that you want done if you can't do it yourself. So it's very simple to do. If you've got any ideas, just send me an email. The email is on our website, and I'm the one that answers those emails, so send me a note. So this June, at the ANA Summer Seminar in Colorado Springs, we're offering a brand new course, never been offered before, The Legacy and Coinage of Father-Son Engravers William and Charles Barber. For those of you who know the summer seminar, this is the session 2. So that's the second week from June 23rd to 28th. It's in Colorado Springs at the ANA headquarters and Colorado College, which is literally right next door. Glenn Holstenbake and myself are the instructors. If you've never been to the summer seminar, I encourage you. It's an amazing experience. You're there with hundreds of numismatists from YNs to old geezers, all walks of life, all types of series, dealers, collectors, instructors, you name it, they're there. This class is going to be a very extensive and very hands-on class. Glenn is one of the leading dealers and barbers at Americana Rare Coin. He's going to be bringing a lot of barbers. I'm going to be bringing a lot of barbers. We're going to be passing around a lot of neat coins to study. We'll talk about authentication. We'll talk about grading. We'll talk about varieties. We're going to cover the metals of the engravers, the patterns of the engravers. You name it, we're going to cover it. The catalog is on the ANA's website at money.org, and take a look. Since we were here last, we've been busy. We had a session in Tampa at the Fun Show on Barber Quarters. In Houston, we did a sort of more of an overview class on collecting barber coinage at the Houston Money Show. In Knoxville, we did something similar for that audience. Knoxville's a small show, but it's a great show. It's a club-run show, and they do a very good job of organizing it. The Charlotte Coin Show, they moved it downtown. The traffic the last 2 years has been way down. We have to look as to whether or not we're going to do that show again. It's also not set up for educational programs. I really would like them to find another venue for that show. But the old site's been torn down, so that's not an option. At Long Beach, Brian Cushing is our West Coast person. He hosts the social event that the Liberty Seated and the Barber Club share together at the Rock Bottom Brewery. If you find yourself at a Long Beach show, Thursday evening is where they do that. And we basically found that a meeting and educational programs just don't work in Long Beach. And so we do this social event, and people that go have a great time. And so there's just some pictures, the picture from this past Long Beach session. I think that's me in Houston. So we've been quite busy. We've got a very extensive calendar. We're going to be in Willimantic, Connecticut this coming Sunday. So as soon as we go home from this show, we're going to be in Connecticut. The New Hampshire Coin Expo is next weekend. Bay State in Massachusetts is in mid-April. Then a small club show in Norwich, Connecticut. One of our members is the president of that club, and he and I are going to be there. Carl and I will be at the Garden State Numismatic Association show in New Jersey in May, and then I'll be down at Raleigh in North Carolina mid-June, and then back in Long Beach with the social in mid-June as well. So the calendar is always up to date on our website. So if we add an event after the journal is published, it's going to be on the website. And we do have these polo shirts. If you haven't picked yours up and you want one, we do have them for sale for $30. That's our cost.